Good evening, our teachers and students. My name is Sokdeth. I'm 12 years old, and I'm a student from the Angkor Intellectual Academy, Chukwa campus. Today, I'm going to talk about one of the habits from the 7 habits of highly effective teens. Today, I'm going to talk about habit 5. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. This habit is all about listening, not just hearing words, but actually understanding people. Good communication starts with good listening. Habit 5 teaches us that before we start expecting others to understand us, we should first try to understand them. Most people listen only to reply, to have a response, to say you're there, but not to understand. But when we listen deeply, we show respect, we make people feel valued, and most importantly, we build that trust. Sean Covey explains several poor listening styles. And honestly, most of us use them without realizing it. The first one is spacing out. This is when you're physically there, but not mentally there. You might be physically there, but you're thinking about your phone, your homework, your dog, your family, whatever. Just anything that's not related to the topic that they're talking about. The second one is pretend listening. This is when you say things like, uh-huh, or just nod your head. But you're not actually paying attention. You're just pretending to. So they don't say you're not listening. The third one is selective listening. This is when you only listen to parts you like to hear, parts you want to hear, but anything boring or unimportant or something that you just don't want to hear completely, you ignore it. The fourth one is word listening. You hear the words, but not the meaning behind it. You don't notice the tone, the emotion, or what the person is trying to say behind all those words. And finally, the fifth one is self-centered listening. This is when you bring everything back to yourself, comparing, judging, giving opinions before you even know what the person is talking about. These poor listening styles usually make people feel unheard, misunderstood, or even disrespected. But how do we fix that? Well, there are other things, listening styles, such as all those genuine listening styles. They are the complete opposite of poor listening styles. It means you're listening not only with your ears, but with your eyes, your brain, and your heart. Here's what genuine listening includes. You pay full attention. You're looking at the person. You make eye contact with them. You don't interrupt them. You try to understand their feelings, and you try asking questions instead of assuming they're gonna say this or that. When we listen genuinely, we show other people that they matter. And when someone feels understood, they are more willing to understand you in return. That's what makes communication smoother, friendships stronger, and conflicts easier to solve. In conclusion, habit 5 reminds us that listening is more than just staying quiet or just listening with our ears. It's about understanding people completely, using our brains and our hearts and our mouths to reply and think about what they said, their words, their emotions, and their point of view. When we avoid poor listening habits and practice genuine listening, our relationship bank account grows stronger and we become better communicators and better friends. Thank you all for listening. Goodbye, all teachers and students.